Imagine a simple habit that could double your productivity, boost your productivity, and as well protect you from hackers all at the same time. Yes, you heard me right. Does it sound too good to be true? What if I told you that even this simple hack, that's this one hack, is used by top cybersecurity experts and even top performance in the online space? Yet it's hidden in plain sight. Now stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be armed with a very powerful strategy that saves you time, protects your data, and even gives you peace of mind all at the same time. But before we go deep into the video, once again, welcome to CyberProductive, your go-to channel for everything productivity, cybersecurity, and digital self-mastery. Because we break down the tools, the techs, and the strategies that help you get more done, even while staying secure, like completely secured online. So if that's your vibe, or perhaps you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out important videos like this, because we are just getting started. The next thing that might be on your mind is, what exactly is this powerful hack I'm talking about? It is called the Digital Declutter Protocol. Actually, it's not just about cleaning your desktop. Actually, it's a very structured method to eliminate digital clutter, reduce time-wasting habits, and close security holes all in one. And this structured approach involves 3 steps, and I'll be explaining them so you'll be getting a clearer understanding of what I'm talking about. First one is to audit your apps and accounts. What this simply means is that you should start by checking your devices and browsers extensions. You need to ask yourself some questions like, do I need this? That is, do you need the apps on your smartphone? That is, these apps on your smartphone and these browser extensions on your gadget or your tab or your laptop, as the case may be. Do you actually need them? And do you actually make use of them? That's the very first question you need to answer. And the next question you need to ask yourself is it tracking me? Is the app or the browser extension tracking you? Because when I mean track, that is follow you everywhere you go on the internet, keeping a digital footprint of your activity on the internet. That's a big question you need to answer as well. And the third question you ask yourself, which you need to answer, is these apps or these extensions, do they expose my data? That is your personal information. Are your personal information secured or they are being exposed? Because you need to put this into consideration. Are they safe enough that you can trust them with your personal information? This is because most people have dozens and dozens of abandoned apps that have background access and taking record of their personal information and so many things they do. And these are apps they don't use anymore. Actually, these apps or these kind of extensions are a good mine for hackers, and they also block holes for focus. So we just talked about the first step to the Digital Declutter Protocol. Now the second step is to delete or disable what you don't need. So all these abandoned apps on your smartphone or your laptop, delete all of them. Delete them totally because you don't need them, and because obviously you're not in need of them. Just like I said before, this is gold mine for hackers, because just when you think this is a useless app or this is just a random app on my smartphone, and because you're not in need of it, you forget about the app. But as time goes on, they release an update for the app. Automatically you forget to update the app, which simply means there's a weakness in that app already. And because that app is still on your phone, hackers will take advantage of that update. That's how they get your smartphone exploited or your laptop exploited. And that's how they hack you. And that's why they love old things. Because when you've taken your mind off it, you've forgotten about it. As time goes on, there'll be weakness in it, and they take advantage of that weakness. And if there are some other apps on your smartphone that you use but you don't use them all the time and you don't want to delete them, make sure to disable their access, that is their background access to, let's say, other features on your smartphone, or disable their access to microphone and camera or webcam, as the case may be. Because with most of all these apps enabled, your personal information, if not your entire life, is in a platter for a hacker. And in this case, I would highly recommend that you focus on free apps that you downloaded ages ago, that is a very long time ago. In fact, I'll just tell you to just go ahead and delete all those apps. They are no more useful at all because they've stayed too long. Also use built-in device settings to see data usage and battery usage. At least that will give you a comprehensive insight of apps or features that have background access, so you can just disable or delete them or deactivate them. So the next thing you need to do is to lock down what is remaining. That is, after your intensive auditing and eliminating of apps or other applications you don't use on your gadget, let's say your laptop or your smartphone. So the next step is to lock down what is remaining. And in this regards, the first thing you need to do is to use 2FA, is two-factor authentication. If you don't know what two-factor authentication is, actually in one of my previous videos I talked you've not seen that video, you can go ahead and watch that video after this one. But 2FA simply means adding an extra layer of security, which simply means even if a hacker have the first level of authentication, let's say maybe your password, the second level of authentication will be something that only you can provide. That is a very strong way of keeping your account or your device secured. The second thing you need to do is to use a password manager to create a unique and unbreakable login. Actually, in one of my previous videos, I've also talked about the password manager and one of the best that you can get out there. So use a password manager to create a very powerful login, because gone are the days of even manually typing in your password or using passwords like password 123 or your birth date as a password. Those are things hackers love, so make sure not to give them that. The third thing you now need to do is to update all the remaining apps. Most of these apps from time to time get updates. Stop ignoring apps updates or software updates. They are very important because these updates contain patches or loopholes discovered by developers along the line. So you need to update them so that hackers don't take advantage of those updates and prey on you, because an outdated software is a hacker's dream, because that's where the weakness lies. And when you look at it, all this also reduce login frictions, kind of giving you a one-click access to everything, which also in turn boosts your speed and productivity level. Doing all this alone can be quite stressful. Yes, it's understandable. But let's see if there's any way we can automate them to give you more level of sanity and security. So to go next level, you need to automate your backups and updates. These are just basic digital hygienes. And when you automate these basic digital hygienes, you free up more brain power for deep work. And this will ensure that you're never vulnerable to outdated tools. Now let's talk about a few apps that can help you automate all these processes and give you a very strong digital workspace. So the first app is Bitwarden for automatic login, which is a password manager, a very reliable password manager for that matter, and it's highly recommended because it's used by top users. The second app is Google One or Backblaze for cloud backup, most especially when you need to back up your information, be it your file, your document, or any other media or any other file. You can just use a cloud storage system, and these are some of the best used by top users as well. The third app is Patch My PC for Windows Auto Update. That is whenever your apps, most especially Windows apps or software, needs update, this particular app will automatically update them even before you realize, to keep you more secured. So make sure to automate to eliminate risk. So we've been talking about tools and apps and how to apply them. Now let's talk about why we need them to boost our productivity. At this point, you agree with me that digital clutter is mental clutter, because obviously most of the things we do are online in the digital space. If your digital environment is not in order, you find it difficult getting things done at the right time. But when you clean up and lock down your tech, you get things faster. You don't need to start scrambling to find some files, some documents, or some other information that you need around your digital space. Also, this will help you stop checking so many tabs that have been opened. So in this case, it will help you close tabs that you are not really using or you are not really making use of, to create more level of focus in whatever you are doing online so you can achieve more. The third thing is that it will help you stop wasting time fixing problems that shouldn't have even happened or occurred in the first place. And a good example of this might be more like a login delay that you would have bypassed if you had used the password manager. And the good thing is that when you know that your device are secured, it even gives you more freedom and mental clarity to focus on what matters. Therefore, the same habit that makes you productive also makes you secure, or also keeps you secure. It's worthy of note that digital declutter is not just cleaning your digital space, it goes way beyond that, because that is your very first line of defense in a messy and distracted online world. I know this video was super helpful, so comment below and tell me one app or habit you are ditching today. And if you are really serious about being productive and protected online, do well to subscribe to the channel. So thank you for staying to the end of the video. Once again, this is CyberProductive, and I'll see you in the next one.